This is my brother. He and I share a server map together. The other day, he asked if I could help make some buildings for his stonemason, but there was a catch. I only had 4 blocks of space to work with. He said he wanted it to have a San Francisco vibe and that it had to fit 12 masons, but those were the only notes he gave me. So I got started. I didn't really have much of a plan to start, but I figured I would try to make a brick building with some texturing mixed in. It ended up being kind of a mess, and you'll see me coming back throughout the video to rework it. For me, building is a very long-winded process. It takes me a while to figure out kind of what I am trying to do. So if you're the same way, don't get discouraged by all these YouTubers who are cramming like 1,000 hours into 30 seconds. Not really a realistic measure. This project ended up being a long string of trial and error, but I'm really happy with how everything turns out in the end. You can see here that I used the red mushroom blocks as my backdrop wall. They make for a really good wallpaper design in my opinion. I skipped ahead a bit. These first 2 buildings don't really give off that San Fran feeling yet, but they'll get there. I'm still playing around with some of the detailing, but I'm not really finding what I want. I decided to offset this roof here. I didn't want things lining up too perfectly with the first building. I really don't know what the hell I was thinking trying to put an all-stone building in this vibe. I come to my senses about it a little bit later on.
Wanna see a magic trick?
Whoa! I wanted to add some more colors, so I started working on this teal building here. I used a combination of warped planks and warped blocks here. I really wish the cyan terracotta was actually cyan and not gray. I would have used it to texture this a little bit more here. Decided to make this roof stick out a bit farther than the last one. And I threw in quite a few paintings here as well. Just gives it more of a lived-in kind of feeling. Here I am back at that stone building, trying to tame it down with some clay blocks, but it's still not working. I wanted to give some additional access to the upper stories of these buildings, so I threw in this little alleyway staircase. Now we start getting into buildings that actually kind of feel like San Francisco, and I started figuring out kind of what I was actually going for here. I also want to note that none of these are done yet. I'm definitely going to come back and change all these up as we progress. Putting in some nice hedges up front. Using some netherwort block here for the flooring. And we've got an accent wall upstairs. Nice contrasting color. Looks really good from street level. I follow that up with a pink magenta building. Got a different shape, but it kind of matches the same feeling here. Finally come back to the stone building and do something that makes a little more sense here. I threw in just some regular terracotta to accent the stone. And I come over here and try and mess around with the front of the red building, but I don't know. I just can't quite get it. Not yet, anyways. And I kind of rip out the extra texturing of the deep slate stone bricks. On the red building here, I end up ripping out the crimson and replacing it with acacia. Kind of simplifies the building and makes it feel a little homier. Back over at the teal building now, I've kind of realized by this point that simple is working a lot better. So I decided to rip the roof out and replace it with this dark prismarine. And I tried the prismarine walls here, but I end up ripping those out as well. Kind of less detail is making more sense for this vibe. Now we're getting into this beautiful green building here. This one did take me a while to figure out. Kept trying to put acacia with it. Tried doing some stripes in the green coloring here and wasn't quite working out, but it does come around. I kind of calm it down like the rest of the buildings, and it ends up being one of my favorite ones of this whole build. I wanted to cap off the end here with a nice clean looking white building. Used a combination of diorite and calcite, kind of give it that nice little texturing. And I threw some birch trim around the windows with some diorite walls. Pretty good here, but it's nice and skinny. You can see it's only 3 block wide. We're back to the green building, doing a little bit more work on this. You can see I kind of smooth out the whole coloring here. And I left the blocks on the side of the doorway here as the lighter colored terracotta. Kind of helps highlight the doorway. And I decided to put some cauldrons with jungle leaves coming out of them. I like some nice hedges you might see in front of a ritzy kind of house. Finally got some good looking acacia in here also. For the window view here, I decided I wanted to have a painting hanging over the top of a dining room table framed by some flowery hedges here. Came out looking pretty good. Over from this angle, you can see that all of the top rooms are connected by like this kind of offset hallway here. I noticed the villagers keep flipping the doors open and shut, so I wanted to make sure that I put a nice backdrop here for the downstairs, the green building. Now you can see the buildings are kind of coming together here. Things are feeling a little more cohesive. I was over at the red building trying to put in a few more details here, and this little bastard got out. So I chased him around for a while. Managed to get him trapped in a boat, parked him over there for a while. I came in here and I was trying to figure out what kind of a painting I wanted to put in. Just a little something extra to see through the front window here. Built a little railway and got him stuck in a minecart, threw him back up in that upper story, and called it a day. Not too much of a problem there. You want to see another magic trick? Check this out. Boom.
Oh my god.
Might not be magic to you, but it sure would be magic to me. Anyway, my brother came around to check things out, so I showed him around a little bit. He seemed pretty pleased with what I had so far, but at this point I still had a bit left to do. Originally, my brother wanted room for about 12 stonemasons, but I had enough room here for about 14, so I bred up a few more, got their trades locked in, and then moved them in. Finally, I'm just finishing up the white building here on the end. Just kind of finishing up the last wall over here. And if you're wondering what the trapdoors are for, it's the villagers are exactly 2 blocks tall. So if you put a carpet or a trapdoor, they are not able to fit in, but you easily can. So it kind of just keeps them in the building. And then because it's a corner piece, I did the roof a little bit differently than I had on the other ones here. So here we are at the end. I just want to give you a little walking tour through everything we have here. This project took me about 9.5 hours to build. I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. Not sure how it is for you, but for me, it definitely gives off some San Fran vibes. Especially in this area over here. This video is a bit different from my normal episodes, so if you liked it, be sure to let me know down in the comments. And if you're up for it, maybe check out the survival series that I have going on right here.